Hello and welcome to the Roblox Report, the only active podcast on the world's most popular free online experience. Today's date is June 1st. I'm awesam2399.
I'm Desrructicon.
And this is a momentous occasion. Episode 1. So I guess before we go much further, I guess we should talk a little bit about ourselves and, So I'm awesam2399 again. I've been playing Roblox for about 9, 10, maybe 11 years now. So, yeah, and one of the first games I remember playing is Natural Disaster Survival. And that was just always a real treat for me because it was very, at the time for a Roblox game, it was very unpredictable. Like, you could never expect quite what disaster was going to happen next.
I'm Desrructicon, and I've been playing Roblox for probably at least 7, maybe more years. I can't exactly tell you, I was a guest for a long time, but one of the first games I ever played was some game with a washing machine. I think awesam239 thought it was...
I think Ragdoll Simulator?
Yeah, Ragdoll Simulator.
Ragdoll Simulator sounds right, yeah. So, I guess that's a little bit about us. We've been around for a long time, since the real early days of Roblox, and since way before any of this metaverse stuff. I guess now we should get into what we're playing. Des, would you like to start?
Sure, I've just been playing a lot of islands recently.
Nice.
Trying to get smelters to restart my iron super factory.
Oh, nice.
And I've also been trying to get smelters to open up a second red bronze refinery.
A second? Oh, dang.
Yeah, I've had a second one for ages, but I've never had enough space, and now there's a bronze and a gold deposit right next to each other, and now I just need another smelter, and I can get that started. Yeah.
Why did you take apart your iron super factory?
A lot of the smelters were taken away to be sold because there was a craze where they were all selling for like 5 million each.
Gotcha.
Which is insanely high. That's that's 2.5 times what they normally sell for.
What are they?
If you find a good deal, which is like your average deal, you'll probably get them for about 1.8 million.
Seriously?
There was a craze back where you could sell them for 5 million each.
Price just shot up.
And I sold 12 of my 15 smelters during that time and became rich.
Wow, that's great. All right.
Then the other 3 on the final floor were eventually taken apart so that I could do other things. But now that smelters price has been reduced from 3 to 1 pink stick a year, I've been trying to restart that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I've been having to keep robbing the iron super factory.
Oh no.
I had to set up a copper rod farm because I'm trying to make a steel mill. And that requires a smelter, so I had to steal the only smelter in the factory.
Oh, no.
So currently it's unoperational.
Yeah. So, and for me, I've been starting to get back into some old simulator games. Even just as little as a year ago, I was into big simulator games like SFS Flight Simulator. There's a bunch of flight simulators on Roblox, and I played them all. But more recently, I've been getting back into Stepford County Railway. And it's this insanely high-quality game where we talk about, where it's train stuff. And, I mean, it's good train stuff. And, honestly, it's probably one of the best Roblox games I've ever played. So I guess now we should talk about some Roblox events. Because right now, there are 3 Roblox events available. So currently there is the Spotify Island, Gucci Town, and the Charli XCX concert. And we'll get all into that and how they've teamed up with how Roblox has teamed up with Samsung again for that concert. So I guess Spotify Island. It's been around for a while now, right? We all know it, we've all seen it. I actually haven't jumped much into it, but yeah, have you had a chance to check it out at all?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
Honestly, until the recording of this podcast, I wasn't aware it existed because for some reason, I don't know why, but I don't get notifications about the events.
Yeah. And it's weird for whatever reason. Roblox has kind of backburnered some of their events, like with the new on the web app, you can find them on just like the left side, right? But they completely redesigned their web app and on their Mac beta, so that's all the same now. And where you can find that is under the three dots in your, so it's in your settings, and just in there under there there'll be a events tab, and you can just go into there and change it, and just view all the events, and it'll take you straight to the game pages. So, Spotify Island, neither of us have really covered, but I'm going to check into that before next week, or whenever we next record. And Gucci Town. Now, this, if you've been around on Roblox for a while, you'll know that this is not the first Gucci x Roblox collab. It's actually their second, and originally was a limited time event called Gucci Gucci Garden. Thank you. So that was it, and I guess, yeah. But Gucci Town is apparently here to stay, and it's, I don't know. It's a very visually appealing game. It's just not like, it's just, Gucci makes me think cringe for whatever reason. I don't know why. But, yeah. Des, have you had any time to jump in and check it out at all?
No, but I did check out the last one, Gucci Garden. And just a little information about that is there were some limited time accessories that you could win in Gucci Garden.
Yeah.
And I'm all about the collecting and the marketing type stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of the things that were in Gucci Garden turned out for a lot of Robux after it was done. Like, those turned into some heavy Robux things. Pretty sure I saw one of the hats sell for like 17,000.
17,000?
Yeah, they were selling high. I'm pretty sure the lowest one I saw was like 1.2 thousand.
Wow.
And that was like the first one you could get, and that was just playing the game.
Wow, that's...
So I'm definitely going to have to hop into town and see if I can collect some of those accessories.
Yeah.
If they have that.
So I did get into the town. If only briefly. I held out somehow. And I got... right away, there is a word game, which seems to refresh every 24 hours. So I might jump back after today's recording and see if I can get into it. But there is a recording, you can go and try to find the word Gucci. And that's the first one. And I don't know if there was a reward for it. I know there were definitely a lot of, like, achievements. But I don't know if there was necessarily, like, a cosmetic reward. I did, however, hop into the Charli XCX one, and this is for, so there's a 3-way collab happening here, between Roblox, Charli XCX, and Samsung. So Samsung is advertising their new flip phone, which apparently is a flip smartphone. Don't get how that works, don't want one. Not going to choose to understand it. It's just history repeating itself, honestly, when it comes to these things. And so, basically, it's a very cool game mode, and during it, you kind of like, quote unquote, text with Charli, in order to try to collect, like, rewards and stuff. So there's, like, missions that you can go around and do stuff. It's, like, a very galaxy, like, planet-themed thing. It's actually a cool event, but, again, being, like, a pop art, not a fan of pop music, it was very not my style. I was not a big fan of it.
Of your forte?
Wasn't really my forte, yeah. But, they're doing that, and I think I might jump in for the concert, which is 16 days from now. So June 17th, mark your calendars. And I don't know, I might jump into that just to see how it is. I think with the whole thing of virtual concerts from like Fortnite and now Roblox, I think this is a really cool idea. I don't know if I want to see it continue because in general, I prefer in-person concerts. Like, you just cannot get the same feel for like the music or whatever, no, even if it's virtual. Like, there's not that same experience. But
I've been to a lot of the Roblox concerts. There's been many over the ages. I honestly only remember the Lil Nas X one.
Lil Nas X.
But that one was a great concert.
That was a good concert.
I've been to that one. That one was amazing. It's one of my favorite concerts they've done.
Yeah.
I don't quite remember what the other concert was, but brain fart.
That happens. Yeah. Yeah.
You just go. I completely lost it.
Ah, boy. We're doing great today. It's June 1st. We've just received the outcome of the Amber Heard. Although we're not going to go into that. That's legal stuff. We really don't want to go into that. It has no place on a Roblox podcast. Yeah. So I guess we should, besides the events, move into other Roblox news. Roblox has recently partnered with a medical company. I cannot remember their name. But they have together created a platform for ADHD kids called EndeavorRx, I believe. And so it's supposed to be a substitute to normal medication in the way that it's supposed to so it gives the medical company, from the article I read by Gizmodo, access to all 55 million of Roblox's users, and it'll reward users of the program for doing things like medication and stuff. So taking their medication and other just rewards, I'm not quite sure how it'll do that. Again, I don't know. There's not many details released on this thing, but what I do know for sure, it's for kids ages 8 to 12, and it's definitely going to be. I mean, if I were in that age range, I would definitely want to try it. Now, Des, however, here on the other hand, you are actually ADHD, so, I mean, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think that Roblox could be used as a platform for ADHD medication?
Honestly, it all depends on how they handle it, but I say if it works out good, like they know how to actually do their job, because I know there was another medical game thing that they tried, but they miserably failed at it, so that didn't help at all. But I'd say, unless this one fails, I'd say it may actually be a viable option.
What would you do? Would you have them actually, would you have it, I guess in Ready Player One, taking another example from the metaverse, there is a point where the main character, Wade, in the book, is locked out of the Oasis until he gets a medication, gets through a workout program. Do you think if you were going this way, would you do it like that, or would you have them like in an individual experience game? Both words are viable options these days, I guess. Would you have them do that, or how would you have this set up inside Roblox?
I'd probably have it as a game inside of it. Maybe like a heavily advertised one by Roblox, so that like people with ADHD actually know it exists. Because until Sam had alerted me of this, I had no idea it existed.
Yeah. All right. So that's all we have for Roblox news. I think we should probably go to some people's favorite segments. This is Roblox game updates, and I'm going to hand it up to Des for this one.
All right, in Roblox game updates, we These are very slightly outdated because this was planned a little while ago. Islands has released a spellbooks update where you can now charge the blast and do more damage. And I believe there was I believe something else came with it involving spells, but I forget what it was. There was actually a temporary point where spellbooks would not work on mobile, but they have resolved that. Adopt Me has released the Ibex and the Winged Horse. I do not know if they are permanent or just temporary, but saying that they are just off to the side and don't have like a not jurisdictional. A defined place for, like, they don't have a
class.
They don't have like a specific area for them. They just have them out in front of the nursery, so I don't think they're going to stay forever.
So they're probably limited time?
They are most likely limited time.
Are they for purchase, or
they don't have a defined place for them.
Okay.
The Ibex is up for free players for 980 AMC, the cash system, and the Winged Horse is, and I will say this is a lot, 800 Robux.
800?
So whether you are a premium user or not, that is $10.
$10? Gee.
Yeah.
US dollars.
I think that, yeah, $10 US.
Wow.
Lumion Legacy has released the Atlantean City, Atlantean City Part 1.
That's a hard word to say.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm looking at a document right here and I missed that T. Atlantean City Part 1 they have released, and so far I say it's looking amazing. There's been so many Easter eggs and so much story developments. Personally, I'm very stuck on the battle theater because their people are strong against every single one of my team.
Oh dear. So, are they all water types, or what?
They are, in fact, the vast majority of them are water types, but there are a couple steel types.
So maybe go for fire. And
go for
really.
Fire?
I don't know.
Against water? Have you never played Lumion?
So maybe
Good Lord.
Yeah. What would you recommend against those? Would you have any?
I'd say use Electric or the other. Electric is 2x super effective, and then there's another one that's 1.5x effective, but I can't think of that off the top of my head. Could pull up a type chart, but that would take too long, and I don't have that prepared. Reza Floppa has been banned for the third time by Roblox for another completely bullcrap reason. Excuse my language.
It's fine. The podcast
it has been banned.
Set to explicit anyway.
It has been banned for racism, which I have no idea how you could find that in a game where you tap on a cat for money and raise him. That is the
game
heck of a roller coaster.
Yeah, I mean, some of the words used in the game, I'd be a little iffy about. I mean, I don't know, and a lot of it is really towing the line. So I don't know what was banned, and I'd like to see. Yeah.
In Jailbreak news, I haven't actually played Jailbreak in a while because my device can't run it anymore, but they have introduced fast travel jets. I have no idea how that works, but apparently there's like a jets, I think, from my understanding, there's a jet somewhere and you can like buy a trip to somewhere.
Wouldn't it just make sense to introduce like a Hyperloop system? For the way Jailbreak is, like, we have flying cars in the game. I think it'd be way cooler to, instead of jets, do Hyperloops. Maybe just a thought.
They have also introduced damage directional arrows, where I'm assuming if you get, like, shot or attacked from a certain direction, the arrow will go like, yo, it's over there, go turn that way.
Yeah, that's...
And that is probably going to be very useful.
That's been a long time coming.
I mean, there's always been some sort of that, but it was always, like, on the opposite side for some... It was confusing.
Yeah, it never really made much sense, and It was confusing, but it's good to see that we actually have a good system for that now.
They have also added a new bank vault level, and I think they redesigned the bank. I'm not 100% sure. As I said, I haven't been able to get in because device issues, but...
Yeah.
I think they redesigned the bank, and they added a new vault level. I think it was called Upper Management. I might be wrong on that, though.
Upper Management. Oh.
And
so no longer are we going back into the basement. There's a possibility that we might have an upper level now.
We might. We might.
Oh, that's interesting because, like, the jewelry store's always been, like, the one to have, like, upper floors and stuff. But it's never really been, like, the bank. Oh, that's interesting.
Jailbreak has also said something about a future trading hub, which sounds very interesting because Jailbreak has never been able to trade before. At least I'm pretty sure they haven't, because again, I haven't been able to get in like a year.
My question is, what would you trade? I mean,
What would you trade? Like
I'm out of
cosmetics.
I mean, I know. Are there
vehicles,
really,
money?
money doesn't really seem like a possibility. It had to have been like pets, but Jailbreak's not like a pets game. It's not like Adopt Me.
No, I think it would be like the cosmetics that you can get from the safes. Because those have rarities and they're like loot boxes, sort of.
So cosmetics.
So I'd
from
assume
the
it
safe.
would be that.
That would make sense. I didn't even.
That makes the most sense to me.
All right. And that'll be all for Roblox game updates. If you'd like us to cover a game, you can respond to the question appearing on your screen now if you're listening on Spotify, or leave a voice message on the Anchor link below. Yeah. So I guess, man, I think this has been a great first episode, in my opinion.
I'd say it came out quite nice.
Yeah, this is the Robloxian Report. I'm awesam2399.
And I'm Desrructicon.
And we'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one.